that technical issue has been resolved. Let me know if you guys can hear me now. And also let me know how the TV show my daughter's watching right now sounds via the video. Anyway, sound should be good, everything should be good. And this video today is going to be about why you are afraid of your own power, why women are afraid of their own power, and why being in your feminine or being in your dark feminine can cause you to be somewhat fearful and afraid and like not wanting to tap into your power, which is the vast majority of people. Um, so that's what we're going to talk about today. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Esaia Mystic. I am a spiritual life coach, dark feminine embodiment mentor, and I'm here to help you be spiritually empowered and grow into your spiritual power. So, yes, today we're going to be talking about this, and it's very common for people to be afraid of their power. It's very common, and what I see, for women to be afraid of their feminine power, and this shows up in a lot of ways. If you are afraid of surrendering, so anytime we're hitting moments in our life where there is no other option other than to surrender, then this is letting you know that you're in a powerful period in your life. You are in a dark phase in your life. You're in an unknown void in your life. And these spaces are normally the spaces where people get just caught up, and really like feeling like the world is about to end. But really, these are the moments where you should be more relaxed and you should allow yourself to just rest in the energy that's wanting to surface for you, and rest in the energy that's wanting to come up. Because when you're in these periods of being in the unknown, when you're in these periods of darkness, there's nothing for you to hold on to. There's nothing for you to grasp, for you to be able to make sense of what's happening. Maybe you can try, right? And these are the moments where it'll be the most difficult for you to try to be in your masculine energy, or for you to try to express your masculine energy. So it's these moments where you are in your darkness, in the unknown, in the dark feminine essence of your life, that it becomes difficult for you to surrender. And in these moments, when you actually allow yourself to surrender, when you actually allow yourself to let go and rest in that feminine space, rest in knowing that, it's uncertain, right? It's uncertain, but it's being certain in your uncertainty that's going to create, and that's going to bring you into this next level or this next phase that you're stepping into and creating for yourself. So this is why in general people are afraid of being in their feminine power, right? Because feminine energy represents negativity. Masculine energy represents positivity. That's just what it is. And negativity has gotten a bad connotation or a bad rap because negativity is something that is seen as bad, or something that is seen as, you know, don't be negative, get rid of all that negativity, cleanse the negativity. And it's not about cleansing or getting rid of negativity. It's about embracing the negativity and seeing how that negativity is pointing you in the direction of what it is that you want to experience for yourself. You guys, hold on. This this is too loud. I cannot think. So this is in essence what why people in general have a bad, they don't really want to surrender, or they don't really feel good about surrendering to negativity because of, number one, the stigma around negativity in general. And when you understand that negativity is the same polarity as feminine energy, then you also start to understand, oh, okay, this is like warping you and keeping you from understanding and being able to rest in the naturalness of negativity, is also keeping you from resting in the naturalness of feminine energy, and how to move and flow and ebb and flow within that. So when you think about cells and you think about protons, neutrons, and electrons, right? Or ions, right? So you have positive ions and you have negative ions. And the majority of people today have an overflow of negative ions. This overflow of not negative ions, they have an overflow of positive ions. So this means that they have more positive ions in their cells, in their bodies, than they do negative ions. And this is not good, right? And this is a product. Most people who have more positive ions in their energy, they're living in cities. They're living in they're living in apartment buildings. They never go outside. They never walk in nature. And if they do, maybe they'll do it once every now and then, but it's not something that's regularly a part of their routine, right? People who have a lot of positive ions also probably drink positive aging water, right? The water that we drink, water is feminine. You guys understand this, right? Water represents feminine energy. It is completely negative. And water is supposed to naturally have a negative charge. When we drink water, it's supposed to have a negative charge. But most water that we drink today, like Dasani and whatever else, bottled water, all of those brands, all of these waters are not negatively charged water, right? They're positively charged water, which means they're aging, and they have a influx of positive ions in them. So when we are drinking, when we're drinking water, we're getting just positivity, more positivity, right? And it's not that in essence that positive ions are bad, but we are not getting the negative ions that naturally come from the two most feminine elements, which is the earth and water. The earth and our water, right? So our emotions, our energy, right, is supposed to be stimulating our negative ions. The earth and our physical existence, the things that we live in, the things that we live with, and the things that make up our reality are supposed to be promoting these negative ions so that we can live in balance. And this is honestly the cause of depression, anxiety, everything that is keeping us out of resonance and harmony with the earth and with, our emotions, is this negative charge. So this is just baseline how people are resistant to being in their power on a physical level. On an energetic level, people are afraid of experiencing themselves on a very deep and dark, and when I say dark, I mean, who are you really? Who are you really? And when you don't have all of the distractions of, air elements and fire elements, where you have people to hang out with and communities to engage in and friends and things going on, and you got the fire element going, you have all these things to entertain you, you have all of these things to do all the time, you have all of these things to put your energy in so you can be active. You never really have time to be with yourself and know who it is that you actually are. Um, by the way, I have these 14K gold zodiac necklaces available on my spiritual online wellness store, tobegreenco.com. So if you're interested in these, make sure you go check it out. So this is the baseline of why people are imbalanced and why they think that being in their masculine is more powerful than being in their feminine, when really you want to be in your feminine first and then go to your masculine. Because when you're in your masculine without being and mastering your feminine, then that's when you get the product of what we have today. People sick, people depressed, people anxiety, people want to commit suicide, people, burning out, doing things that they don't love for a living, stressed out and just unfulfilled because these basic understandings of life aren't being talked about. And I really don't think a lot of people could just get it and know it, and know these things. So this is the basics, right? Now, when it comes to women who are afraid of tapping into their power or afraid of their own power, this is where this aspect comes in, right? Because it's not just out of nowhere you just afraid of being yourself and you're afraid of what yourself might be capable of, right? Because I get on calls with a lot of women who say, I know what I want. I know what I want to do. I know where I want to go, but I'm just afraid. I'm just afraid that if I actually make that decision or take steps towards that or do what it or be who it is that my heart wants me to be, that everything will come crashing down. That destruction is upon us all, right? The world that I know will end. And that's true. And that is the thing about being in your dark feminine magnetism and power. That is the thing about activating Lilith, is you are going to be destroying. You're going to be destroying things that are no longer serving you. Okay. Let's show mommy the guitar. Show mommy the guitar. Show mommy the guitar. She wants to show you guys the guitar. Okay. All right. Okay, all right, we'll play a little something. Now play a little something. Woo! Like the song. Okay, thank you very much.
I want to show the Teddy.
All right, Teddy, and then what do you want to watch next? Blippi?
Yeah.
Okay, Teddy and then Blippi. Okay, guys. Aleva wants to show you her Teddy that we got today.
He's a horse.
He's a horse. Oh, somebody just gave birth to their son? That's nice. Yeah. Babies are awesome. Okay. All right. I love your Teddy. Let's give Teddy a big hug and then we're going to watch Blippi. Okay? Big hug. All right.
I want to let them pet him.
No, they can't touch him. Okay, you're going to watch Blippi and then Mama's going to finish her video, okay? Remember, you're going to start your own YouTube channel. We agreed on this. We agreed on that. So, you want to watch Blippi or you want to keep watching Mickey Mouse?
Sometimes I'm going to keep watching Mickey Mouse.
Okay, she made her decision. All right, so. Oh, thank you. Yeah, she is adorable and I love having her with me. And even while I do my videos, you know, and I'm going to do a video on that about, you know, why and how women feel really intimidated about showing up for themselves when they're mothers. Because that's a necessary topic, and there was a lot of things that came up for me when I started my journey, and I was a mother in my business, and I was a mother, and I was like, all of these things were coming up. So really juicy. We'll get into that. So women getting into their power, women coming into their power. The scared feelings that comes up around destruction, and knowing that your truth and actually harnessing your sexual sovereignty for what you deem is worthy of that energy is scary at first. It is, because you know that you will probably create massive change in your life. And I talk about this in the Lilith Code 4-day mini course, okay, about the sacred masculine archetype that ushers in that change, that helps to usher in that shift. Because essentially, when you're coming into understanding your power, coming into your power means that you're making a shift from being in a place that was not confident, you know, not sure. You are a different person. You know, you're a whole different person. And then being this kind of meek, docile, passive, feminine energy that doesn't get what she wants out of life, that gets walked all over by men that she's with, that gets you know, isn't receiving the money or, you know, magnetizing the things that she wants in her relationships, business and intimate. You know, you go from basically being a doormat to someone who will set this thing on fire. And it's not how you think it is, right? It's not how you think it is when you have these feelings of intense feelings of frustration and anger, and you want to blow everything up because of all of the stuff you've put up with for so long. That's a different kind of energy that we'll talk about in another video. But this what I'm talking about, being in this darkness and feeling all of your emotions, and once you found clarity after feeling those emotions, using them as basically your fuel and your knowing, and your deep inner knowing of who it is that you are. Because at some point you got to get clear, and you got to be like, I know what these feelings are bringing up within me. I know why they're bringing these things up in me, and this is just it. You know, I get it now. I know who I am better now. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. I know what I want. Know what I don't want. This is clarity. When you feel things and you feel this depth of intensity around certain subjects, or around a relationship, or around, you know, your receivership or in your business, you understand better how it is that you operate, how it is that you desire your life to look. And so when you can rest in that, and then not use those emotions as reasons to validate your mental illness, or reasons to validate, you know, why you deserve to be in a shitty relationship, or you deserve to not ask for what you want out of life, and not ask for the amount of money you want, not ask for the things that you want, then that's what's gonna happen, right? That's what's gonna happen when you don't feel like you can actually ask for those things, that you can actually say, this is what I want. Then nobody's gonna give it to you if you never find clarity around that. So being in your darkness, and being in your depth, and feeling who it is that you are, is that place that brings you from, you know, deep surrender, right? Because like I said, these are spaces, when a woman gets into this space, you know, these are spaces where you just allow. And really, it's about allowing yourself. It's about knowing that what's coming up for you is coming up. Don't try to make sense of it. Only allow yourself to feel it, and only allow the feelings to be your guide, and the feelings to bring you closer to where you want to go. And after you found that clarity, because you can only find clarity through actually feeling it, and then sifting through where those emotions are bringing you as far as your desires, then you're clear. Then you can get ready, right? Then you can get ready to utilize the emotions that you felt and the clarity that you have now to create. And this is where that sacral magic, that feminine magic, that beautiful, you know, this is where the magic comes from. And it is like, you know, it's really sometimes just a little frustrating for me when I consistently come across women who believe, keyword believe, that they have to show up a certain way in order to get what they want. And it's not really about showing the way you show up. It's not really about
Mama,
the work that you do.
oh no, what's ripping? No.
It's not really about any of those things. What it's about is...
Oh no, what's ripping?
Okay, baby, give mommy 1 second. Here, go click YouTube. Can you find YouTube? Okay. All right, give me a second. So, all right, you guys. Mommy life calls. So I'm gonna sit you guys right here, and you guys can look at my ceiling and my party lights. Okay, come, go over here. Blippi! Dun, 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 dun. Blippi kind of scares me. It's right, Blippi.
Right there.
Okay, so maybe I should just finish the video like this. No, I'm gonna pick you guys back up. Oh my gosh. So I lost my little selfie light stand and I gotta get another one. I put it in a box somewhere. But anyways, so you guys might be wobbling around for the rest of this video. So this is being in your dark feminine power, right? And so I come across women who believe that without showing up a certain way, without oh my gosh, he finna be so loud.
Ow!
Sorry, baby.
You can't just stop my toe.
So
You can't just stop my toe. I'm making it
I
right.
come
Let me
across
body.
women who believe that if they don't show up a certain way, if they don't do the work, if they don't, you know, figure things out and take action, then they're not gonna get ahead in life, or they're not gonna actually experience what they want to experience. And what I have to say to that is that should never be your focus. Your focus should never be on all of the things that you need to do and all the ways that you need to show up, because that's, again, that's going to the masculine part of it first. That's going to the masculine essence of how you get things done and create things first, and denying the feminine aspect. So you want to go to your feminine first. You want to go to your sacral energy first. You want to go to your dark and deep, mystical, emotional self first, and let that part of you be the beginning of you creating what it is that you want to create. So if you have not done the emotional and vibrational quote unquote work, then everything that you do effort wise is going to result in some kind of negative event, right? It's going to just amplify the frustration and the negativity that you keep experiencing, when really all you had to do was get good vibrationally, get good emotionally, get good with you in physically with your embodiment and how you are embodying your feminine, because feminine is being in your feminine is all about embodiment, and it is all about vibration. So you got to get those two in place first, and that doesn't have anything negative emotions. You can look at them, you can feel them, and you can cry. Like, you can cry. You know how many people don't even cry anymore? Like, you can cry. You can cry as a woman. That's you being in, allowing yourself, like, cry. Please, let it all out. Allow yourself to feel. So you're letting yourself cry, you're letting yourself feel, you're letting yourself, when you do feel those negative emotions and you do get into those negative events, you can identify what they are communicating to you immediately, and not, you know, when it's too late, right? When it's too far down the line. Like, this didn't go on for years. You know what I'm saying? You've been in that relationship for years. You have been, you know, making the same mistakes in your in the way that you do your business, in the way that you know, deal with money and magnetizing. You've been doing this for years. You've been making these same mistakes, or I should say you've been, yeah, that's what it is. It's mistakes. You've been making these same mistakes for years because you aren't allowing yourself to feel what's happening to you. And when you don't allow yourself to feel it and get clear about those feelings, then it's almost like the the reality of the negative situation doesn't become an actual learning experience for you. It doesn't become an actual experience that is the seat of your creative potential, but it becomes a place where you just become stuck and stagnant and living in these repetitive cycles of going through the same thing over and over and over again. These negative events are trying to get you good with your feminine energy and your negativity, negative ions, like I talked about earlier. It's wanting you to be balanced. And the more that, and so a lot of people don't even realize that they do this. A lot of women don't realize that they do this, right? And the thing is, as a woman, if you don't value being in the feminine energetically, right? Maybe consciously, you are like, you could be a whole feminist. Like, you could be a whole person who is like, fighting for feminine rights, right? But you don't do this. You are not respecting and really being an advocate of what it means to be an embodied feminine woman. And that's just what it is. I mean, you can do things, you can write the books, you can, like I said, all the other masculine elements like the air and the fire, you focus there first. You're going to be afraid of going to that space because you're not used to it. And a lot of women are afraid simply because they just haven't been or felt safe being in that place and being in that space of emotion and sensitivity and, love for self. And that's something that nobody can give to you, nobody can grant you, and nobody can do that for you, right? You've got to come into understanding the worthiness and the empowerment that comes from being a woman and allowing yourself to feel and get clear about what it is that you are feeling intuitively, right? If things are coming up in your reality and things are happening in your reality and your intuition is getting triggered and all of these things are coming to you, but you just, putting it to the side, or you trying to explain it, you trying to rationalize it, you disrespecting your feminine energy. That's what you're doing. You being disrespectful, and I need you to stop. Because intuition is something that you will never be able to make sense of. You will never be able to explain, but you can feel it. You can feel it, though. You can feel it. And, it's just something that when you do follow, you feel so alive. You feel so incredibly alive by following your intuition and following these feminine aspects of you that is just natural to you. It's natural to you. I had like an inkling earlier today. I was going to make groceries and I was like, you know what? I really want to go to this grocery store. I've been wanting to go back to this grocery store, and I don't know why I want to go back to this grocery store, but I just really feel like I want to go there. Now, mind you, I didn't go this time, but I still went to the grocery store, and like the whole time I was out at the grocery store, oh, sorry guys, my phone. The whole time I was out at the grocery store, I was getting compliments from like all kinds of people. Like, You know, I was getting a lot of eyes. I was like, I just haven't felt like people are looking at me like crazy. Like, you know, um, men and women. Like they were like, "Oh, you're so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love your dress." And there was a guy who saw me coming out of the store, and he was like, "I just want to tell you, you're so beautiful." I was like, "What is all these compliments coming from?" Like, so if I'd have went to that other grocery store, I don't know what would have happened, right? Because this is like an upscale, nice, like ambiance grocery store. So I'm gonna go there next time. And then if I remember this conversation that I'm having with you all, I'm gonna come back and tell you guys what happened. Because energy doesn't lie. Vibes don't lie, right? And when you get that voice, when you get these feelings like, ooh, and they're like juicy feelings. They're juicy feelings. So this is the thing. It's like you get to play and you get to dip and dabble into whatever you're feeling. Whether you are feeling dark, deep emotions that are crystallizing and giving you more clarity as to who you are soulfully and spiritually, right? You get to play with that. You get to take that and bring that into the world and make that a part of you, make that a part of your brand, make that a part of, your feminine energy when you're engaging with, the masculine. You get to utilize those parts of you, and also when you allow those parts of you to be a part of you, you also allow yourself to be who you are, and you allow yourself to be healthy. You allow yourself to be, you know, have good energy flowing through your body, and unlock those sexual energy blockages that may be in there. So these are all the things, that can come up when you are starting to go into your power as a woman. There's a lot of stuff comes up because there's like trauma, around being powerful as a woman. And it's not your fault, right? It's no one's fault. It's just something that we have been granted in this era as women, the opportunity to unlock and the opportunity to grow through and learn more about. Um, my lips look like I drink a bunch of Kool-Aid, y'all. I'm sorry. I put lip gloss over it, trying to make it look better. Anyway, um, so this is the juiciness of being in your feminine power. And then when you do get those good feelings, when you do get those, hunches, or like, oh, like, you see someone and you're like, oh, I should talk to them, or I should, share this with them, or you get those feelings or those nudges, right? And this is where you have the opportunity to either step in and step up and say, I am that woman and I can create and I have the power to actualize my life. That is when you listen to those nudges, right? After you've gotten clear from all the deep, dark, and murky, lurky stuff. Now you're getting those feelings of like, go, you know, get it, taste it, grab it, whatever you want to do. Like, it's exciting. And that's what this is all about, you guys. This is the seat of our power. It's being in this like excitement. And this excitement it's like nervousness and pleasure at the same time. And whenever you're nervous, my mom used to tell me, whenever you're nervous, that means that you can do something that you never had. Well, no, hold on. That means that you can do something that you had never believed that you could do before. And it also means, no, that's not what she said. It means that you can do something that has the power to create change. And that is why you feel nervous, right? That's why you feel that nervousness. So if you allow yourself to be feel pleasure and excited in that nervous feeling of going into that new place or that new step that you never thought, or whatever. You just never thought you'd be able to do this. Now you're going there. It feels really good and liberating and freeing. And the more that you do it, the more that you feel one with your divinity in your true feminine essence. The more that you can trust yourself, the more that you can trust your feminine power, the more you can show up and say, and just have the energy of, I run this. I run this. And if you're lucky, you get to join me on this journey. If you're lucky, you get to join me on the ride, So, that's how basically you want to show up. And that's basically it has nothing to do with like effort or, working or doing all of these making all these superficial changes to your life. None of that is what brings you, the life that you want as a feminine woman. And you will be very frustrated going down that path. And I've seen it, and a lot of women are doing it because of some kind of emotion that they are running away from feeling. Some part of or some aspect of their feminine energy that they are not allowing themselves to fully experience, so that they can release it and give it up to the gods. Okay? Give it up to the heavens. Because you walk around here heavy, dense, whatever it is that you're feeling, let yourself feel that. Let yourself go through that. And what becomes of it is the creation, is the birthing of your life, of the new you. And that is the power of being a feminine woman. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. If you are interested again in signing up for the free 4-day mini course, the free Lilith Code 4-day mini course, okay? The link to that is down in the description. If you are ready to work with me one-on-one, I have opened my doors to the Lilith Code program, where we're going to be activating your Kundalini, teaching you how to utilize your sexual energy to magnetize the life that you want, heal your body, and receive an abundance from the masculine and from the universe. So I want to expand your love life. I want to expand your receivership and get you with more money in your life. I want to expand your consciousness around who you think you are as a woman, and what you believe you're supposed to be operating as a woman. And a lot of women, these are the energy signatures that come up when you never do this work, when you never, or not, I wouldn't say work, when you never do or make this shift in your energy. You just start doing things that are so out of your element, you start to believe that you have to slave and be someone that you're not to please a man or society. You start believing that you need to lower yourself so that people want to engage with you, be it in friendships, relationships, or in your business. Why are you working for donations unless you just really, really love, like, working for donations? Like, unless you just really, but other than that, like, you can work for donations. But I'm gonna be honest with you, even the women and the healers that I see, are like working for donations, they're not in their full power, right? they're getting, you know, used by men sexually in all these other ways, you know, and they're not utilizing or expressing their full power. And it's just normal in this day and age for that to be the reality, right? It's just normal for a woman to give away her power, to not know who she is, and to continue to, you know, be stifled by society, by men, and by herself ultimately in her mindset and her conditioning. And that does not need to be the status quo anymore. The earth is calling for the dark feminine to rise, and she's wanting to activate your spirit into its fullest potential so that you can bring that energy down and manifest and create and just be fully. Oh gosh, I'm talking too much, y'all, in my throat. So look at my herbal tonic, y'all. Got this today. Herbal tonic. Sparkling lemon herbal tonic. I just got it. I think I tried this before, but it has herbs in here and it's like sparkling water. Alluring Mo says, is dark femininity means being selfish with your time, like in a good way. Yeah, I mean, so being selfish in general. And I don't really like to use the word selfish because when I think of selfishness, I think of somebody who like literally never thinks about anybody but themselves ever. They will ignore their hungry, starving child, like, to go do whatever it is they want to do. Like, that's selfish, you know. If you are, you know, harming other people that are looking to you or depending on you or in some kind of partnership with, that is your child or, you know, somebody that you have made an agreement with, it would be selfish to not basically take care of your children, and it would be selfish too. But I mean, this is the thing, like, being selfish, for the most part, you're a selfish person when you want everybody else to cater to you and you want everybody else to, you know, give to you, but you're not willing to, you know, open your heart and show that same love back. So it's really about just understanding the vibration of selfishness. Now, if you love yourself and you love who you are and you have a direction in life and you know that that's the direction that you want to go in, then being in your dark feminine energy means to release whatever conditioning you have around allowing yourself to be who it is that you are and go in the direction that you want to go. What happened? Press the space bar. So that's basically selfishness. Oh, okay. Well, mommy's gonna plug the charger in a second. Okay, so my baby's laptop just died, so now I gotta get up and plug it in. But basically, that's selfishness, okay? Selfishness is not you wanting to do what you want with your time. That's not selfish. That's you living life as a normal person. If you want to do something with your time, then do that. But, I'm not going to assume that you're going to use your time to deny other people of, their well-being. That's normally not what people do with their time when they want to do things with their time. Like, that would be you intentionally trying to, like, hate on someone. And, and that's not what most women do. Most women are very loving, they're very open-hearted, and when they deny themselves the right to do what they want with their life, then that's when they start acting crazy. Or not necessarily crazy, but you start feeling out of sorts and you don't feel like yourself. So be selfish, you guys. Not selfish like, feed your kids, take care of your children, take care of yourself. But that's as selfish as it gets. And honestly, women are naturally selfish beings, because if we don't take care of ourselves, we're not going to take care of anybody else. We're not going to be able to take care of anything or anyone else. Nobody's getting nothing. Guys aren't getting what they want from us. Women, our children aren't getting what they want from us. Nobody's getting what they want, if we're not being selfish. So that might be another video. I'll talk about that. But for the sake of this video, I hope you guys enjoyed. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And again, if you're interested in joining my one-on-one coaching program, the Lilith Code, the link to that is in the description. Sign up to join the free Lilith Code mini course so you can learn how to integrate sacred masculinity into your energy field and feel fully safe in being in your dark feminine magnetism. And I have a super duper big discount going on for my one-on-one coaching until Scorpio season ends, which will be like in a week or so. So make sure you check that out. And if you are ready to maximize your relationships and your receivership and get in tune with your body and your intuition, then this is something that will really, really, really benefit you. So, okay, my loves, thank you all for joining. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Peace.